Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start the STI, or at least attempt to start the STI. But before we get to that, I got a little bit of an announcement. We got new parts! Yeah, those parts, we needed them. The front rotors are a little toast on this, and while there's still some life left in them, thought it best to get a new set. The other thing we're going to do in a future video is actually replace that rear shift bushing. I still don't like the way this shifts. We're going to do that. At the same time, we're also going to do some undercoating or rock protection underneath because this car's really clean. And finally, we got some new LED lights. The old incandescent lights for the dome and whatnot just don't really work for me anymore. So stay tuned. We're going to get after this. But first, we're going to try to start this pig. Okay, let's try to start this thing. Fuel pump on. Nope, that's not working. Okay, let's get the OBD II sensor, sorry. And see what codes. I gotta check engine light. It started, kind of. Okay, so we got the OBD II sensor on, and we're getting a camshaft positioning sensor bank 2. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. Okay, so after looking for it, I found it. I was kind of wondering how I missed this, but anyways, it was the cam position sensor down below here. So basically what we gotta do is just take this washer fluid bottle out, being very careful because, you know, water and liquid, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but there is a plug loose right here. It needs to go back down right in. Woo! Found it right there. So I'm going to plug that in and then see what's going on. And this piece, if you're wondering, that was, someone has tear on this thing before, so I got to pull that out. So anyways, found the problem. Okay, let's try this again. So left the OBD II in. Foot on the clutch, fuel pump's on. Ho, ho, ho! She runs. So we're gonna check engine light. We're gonna clear that. Wow! Yeah! Okay, so we did get one more check engine light, and this is the. Oh, why isn't it focusing? P2016 generic intake manifold runner position. So that's the tumble generator. That's what that one is. So I'm gonna pull that apart next and check that. Okay, so the error code is actually tied to the position sensor, which is, let me see if I can't point this directly. That black piece right down in there. That is the tumble generator valve throttle position sensor. So same as the throttle position sensor that's actually on the throttle. And what happens is if that does not have a preload on it, because there's a spring on the blades, then it will not actually show the right voltage, which causes the car to run rich. When I did the refresh of the tumble generator valves, I actually took the blades out. And by doing that, I thought, hey, no problem. It's going to see that they're still there and just run fine, but we'll have less restriction. What I didn't understand is the springs that are actually on them cause that error. So when I reassembled it, all I did was slip it directly onto the shaft. What you need to do is actually position it at 90 degrees and then torque it over to the final resting position, and that is actually what puts the preload on it and shows the proper voltage off the sensor on startup. So to do that, we got to get in there. It's a bit of a pain. As you can see, I've already taken the catch can off. I'm going to go ahead and take off the reservoir for the expansion tank. I'm probably going to have to take off the intake manifold again. Sorry, the intake pipe again. Okay, so we've run into a small problem. I actually don't have a 7mm wrench, because that's how it takes to get these bolts out, that would fit it. I thought I did. Unfortunately, everything's closed now. So
the next morning.
Okay, now we got the 7mm. Had to run around to a few places this morning to grab that. But checked it already. Definitely got the top bolt. And we'll see about the next one down below. But I'm going to put you guys on the stand. We're going to get into it. This is a really terrible camera angle. Okay, so tip. I actually cut down the wrench. Made it a little bit too short. This is about 2 inches. That way I could actually get to rotate, because I was getting stuck between the head and the amount of teeth that this wrench has. Now that I've gotten it loose, I was actually able to get the extension with a 7mm on. So I'm going to pull that out, and hopefully that's going to be it. Yes! Success! We got the bolt out! Okay, now the tricky, easy part is this. So we've got the lead, let's get right here, off. So all we gotta do, holding a camera, is slide this off. Okay, so here's the piece. Now again, all we gotta do is position it straight up and then cock over 90 degrees, and then I'll set the 0. So the only problem is trying to show you how to do this, because I gotta go right down in there, is going to be tricky. I'm going to try to set up a camera to do this, and hopefully it works out, because this would be a good piece of information for Subaru guys. Okay, so we start clip facing up. All we gotta do is get it over top of the shaft, goes through the throttle, or sorry, the tumble generators, which I can't see. Okay, there, I'm there. Oops. Okay, you just heard that. That is it actually preloading, but I didn't have it quite set. Okay, so we're on. We're going to turn through 90. Okay, there we are. And I'm going to take one of the bolts, top one. I'm just using the screwdriver to basically push it in to make sure it doesn't pop back out. There, I can feel threads. Yep, we have engagement. So you can see, just started getting the threads in on the top one. Once we get that, then it's held in place, and you know, we're good to go. So just gonna get a little bit more thread engagement here. There we go. Now the bottom one's gonna be a bit of a pain. I knew that coming into this. Okay, I'm gonna try this. This is a magnetic screwdriver. So hopefully get this lined up and just get the threads started here. Okay, we're snugged up. All we gotta do is reattach. And now we got the tumble generator valve sensors in the proper position. We're gonna bolt basically the air intake back on, put the catch can back where it's supposed to be, and we'll be good to go for a start. Okay, before we start, we're going to plug in the OBD II sensor and clear the codes. So, okay, that's logging in. Okay, that's logged in. So we're gonna do now, let's turn on the ignition. Linking. See, we got the P2016. So we're gonna erase that. And we're gonna go yes. Erasing in progress. Erase successful. Awesome. Okay. So next, let's go to a start. We got it started. It's running. No check engine lights. We are looking really strong. In the next episode, what we're going to do is actually get this down off jack stands. But first, we're going to rhino line the underneath of it because we're going to do a little bit of gravel work. And the other thing we're going to do is put in a new Perrin rear shift bushing because it wants to take a little bit more of the slop out of that shifter. So until next time, remember to like, subscribe, and comment as always. Hope you found this one extremely helpful. And also look down the link below for any of our Amazon links for the products we use during this, especially upcoming projects. We're gonna have lots of those. So really enjoy your support, and thank you. Have a great night.